I be here with basketball superstar Thomas Jefferson. Respect.
Richard Jefferson.
For real, but you got into the NBA because he was the president's son, innit?
No. You're thinking of Thomas Jefferson.
Him just made one phone call in that White House. What's it called?
The White House.
Get me son in the NBA. No, he can't play. No. Get him in there or off with your head. Dude, that's it. Phone call over. Science. What is it all about? Technology. What is that all about? Is it good or is it whack? There's a bloke from round my hood, Staines, called Rainbow Jeremy, who reject everything to do with science. He just chill at home, he smoke his own homegrown, and check this, he don't have a telly. I ain't shitting you, he don't have a telly.
Yeah, he lives in a house though.
That
house is a product of technology.
No, he ain't got no technology in it. You can check out his website. He ain't got nothing in it.
He's got a website.
He wears clothes, shoes.
What?
He eats food.
Yo, boom, boom, shake the mofo room. I is here with the main man of medicine, his name BC Everett Koop. So all you lot out there need to listen up, because you is as likely to be killed by an illness as you is by a drive-by. So let's talk about the human body, because after all, everyone has got one of them. So we is meant to believe. How important is the heart?
The heart is the pump that makes the blood take all the things that you need nutritionally to all parts of your body.
Why is the actual heartbeat so old-fashioned? You know, boom, 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 boom.
That's a built-in mechanism in the heart that is, it's electrical.
But surely, like, my homies out there would be more into looking after their heart if they had a beat that they could relate to, like a kind of drum and bass, you know. Then they would look after it and go, yo, this is me heart, respect it. Check it, I is in South Central LA to meet ex-gang member Alejandro Alonso to talk about guns and tin. Check it. It is to do with colours here as well, is that right?
Well, colours is sort of the division between Bloods and Crips, and the color aspect has really been highlighted through the media.
What would happen if your mum did a wash and you put in your pants in there or whatever, and she put in one of her red sweaters and all your clothes come out red, even though you was in the blues? What would you do then? Check it out, I is here with none other than my main man, Buzz Aldrin. I know this is a sensitive question, but what was it like not being the first man on the moon? Was you ever jealous of Louis Armstrong?
It was Neil Armstrong, and no, I was not jealous. He was a very, very qualified person. Yeah.
Do you think man will ever walk on the sun?
No. The sun is too hot. It is not a good place to go to.
What happens if they went in winter when the sun is cold?
The sun is not cold in the winter.
As computers made our lives better.
I don't think there's any question about it.
Will computers ever be able to work out what 99999999999999999999999 multiplied by 9999999? Yo, I ain't finished. You don't know what I was going to say. 99999999999.88998999999999999.
The answer is yes.
The most powerful computer in the world today does 36 trillion operations a second.
So would it be able to multiply 10, 10, 10, 10, 10? Check it, I was here with Steve Nash. So, you was last season's most valuable player, or as it's called, the MP3. What was that like?
No, I was the MVP.
MP3.
Not the no, I wasn't.
You was the MP3.
No, I wasn't.
No disrespect, but you as Canadians, you don't even speak English, so shut up.
No, we speak English in Canada.
I don't waste my time.
Whatever you say.
Can't understand what you're saying. You're
Right.
speaking in Canada.
Wicked. I is here with Rick Searforth. Him is a NASA astronaut, went on the space shuttle a few times, and was actually the commander of the space shuttle. What's the longest you've been in space?
My longest space mission was my last one, and it was 16 days on board the space shuttle.
16 days? How did you hold your breath for that long?
You don't need to hold your breath in the space shuttle.
How does you make countries do stuff you want?
Well, the way you deal with countries in foreign policy, on foreign policy issues, I think that's what you're asking me.
No doubt.
Is you deal with carrots and sticks.
But what country is gonna want carrots, even if there is like 1 million tons of carrots that you was giving over them?
Well, carrots, I'm not using that term literally. You might offer foreign aid to money, okay, money.
Money is better than carrots. Even if a country love carrots and that is like the favorite national food, if they get given like billions of tons...
Don't get hung up on carrots, that's just a figure of speech.
Welcome to Mount Vernon.
Yo, respect.
Good to see you.
Safe.
Washington lived here for about 40 years, so this is very much a reflection of his personality.
So does Denzel Washington still live here?
Denzel?
For real?
No, Denzel Washington's a different Washington family, and I really can't tell you a lot about his background.
Yo, he's a brother, innit? Was the other one a brother?
Was the other one a brother? I don't think so, no.
Boom, selector. Check it. Today we is chatting about medical ethics. Let's talk about doctors. Does they have the right to end old people's lives?
That's euthanasia.
Why is it the responsibility of the euthanasia for killing someone else? Surely it's between that patient and the doctor.
Euthanasia is the term that's used when you are killing. It's a nice word for killing.
Well, whatever. You were saying that it's mainly Asian youths that is...
No.
Does you think that they're responsible for this? You don't also agree with him?
Who's responsible for it?
No.
The euthanasia.
I think we're getting confused here. Euthanasia comes from the Greek word for death.
Let me understand what you were saying. You were saying that it got nothing to do with young people in Asia. You were saying that occasionally there's some doctors here who may be from Asia who do this.
That's correct, but they could also be from the United States.
But they're mainly from Asia.
No.
Even though
No.
the ones that are there behave themselves very well.
No, the Asians,
they have nothing to do with
absolutely
Asia.
no evidence that the Asians do it more than we do.
We're Homo sapiens, and that's about
Well, yo,
8 steps down.
I ain't. I just want to make clear, because this is going out on the TV or whatever, that I don't do that stuff. I ain't got nothing against it.
Oh, it's the homo that threw him off. I mean, explain that.
It is a scientific nomenclature that describes who we are as part of a phyla or a stream of, it goes hominid, hominoid, and then we go
whatever,
through.
there's different names for it.
We're all Homo sapiens.
All humans would be considered.
My wife is a Homo sapien.
But that's not homosexual.
We're all
That's what the
homosexual.
difference is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just a way of describing who we are.
Well, that's it. I just want to make clear your respect for coming on, and I ain't going to treat you differently now that that has come out. Is now. Check it. I is here with none other than my man, Professor James Ziegler. Him was the head of something called the IMS, which stands for the Immigration Naturalization Society.
Service.
Wicked. So, Professor, does you think that terrorists will use aeroplanes again?
I think they would like to.
Why does you let them fly on the same planes as normal passengers? Why don't you arrange separate flights for terrorists, so if they is gonna do this terrible behavior, let them ruin their own trip?
Well, listen, if we knew they were terrorists, we'd pick them up. We'd never let them on an airplane.
You know you was being asked this a zillion times. It must really get in your tits being asked it. But let's just sort it out. What do you say to all those conspiracy theorists who come up to you and say, does the moon really exist?
I don't think there are very many people who question whether the moon exists. It exists. And
all right, you was heard it here. It does exist. So all those people out there who were saying it don't, you was wrong.
That's right.
Is you upset that Michael Jackson got all the credit for inventing the moonwalk, but you was the first geezer ever to actually do it?
No. You can call things by different names, and you can use the moon or Mars or Venus, and you can say this is the Venus trot.
So listen up. You has heard about the moon and about space. You better learn about these things from my man Buzz Lightyear here. So you better realize that these things is important. Big up yourself. Buzz, keep it real. Booyakasha. Diggity, check this out, because I is here with none other than my main man, General Brent Scowcroft. Him was the National Security Advisor to George Bush, who was the President of America, and also to some geezer called Ford. As the US got loads of famous soldiers.
Oh, quite a few.
As you met General
Schwarzkopf.
Yo.
Yes, I've met him.
As you ever met General Motors?
General Motors is a company, builds cars.
Booyakasha, check this out, yo. I is here with my main woman, Naomi Wolf. She be well important feminist and has like written enough books about that kind of stuff. Do you think that women should have equal rights in the workplace?
Yeah, do you?
Well, ain't there the problem that if they start getting them there, then they're going to start asking for them at home?
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
Booyakasha, check this out. I is here with my main man, none other than the boss man, Mr. Gore Vidal. Today we is chatting about history, innit? Because you better learn about it. Let's chat about slavery. Ain't a lot of movies about slavery basically racialist? Like, whenever them needs to cast a slave, them always choose a brother.
Well, there were no white slaves.
What?
In America, in the United States.
So couldn't it be argued that slavery is a bit racialist?
Well, it was totally racist.
Let's talk about in the airports. You know those machines that beep when you've got coins in your pocket? Why don't they develop a machine that beeps if you was carrying a gun?
Well, it does too. A gun will also set it off, or a knife.
But them is mainly designed for coins and keys, isn't it?
No. It's designed for guns and knives and objects that could be weapons.
Does they use dogs in airports?
For explosive devices.
Ain't the problem, though, that 99% of dogs can't speak English? So how does they let you know who is carrying a bomb?
Well, dogs are trained to give indications.
How?
Well, they will sit and point, for example.
How does he know they ain't pointing to say this one definitely ain't got a bomb in it?
Well, they don't. They're trained to only respond to a certain smell.
This is George Washington's most private sanctum. It's a study.
For real.
And that's, you know, who that guy is.
Who's that?
That guy is the father of the American Navy, John Paul Jones.
Was it difficult for him to live and fight without having any arms or legs?
Well, no, he actually had a full body. That artist didn't want to do the full body. He just stopped right here.
What is a planet?
A planet is, well, we live on a planet. Earth is a planet. It's round. It's pretty large, but it's small compared to a star. Like the sun is a star. And you could take 1,000,000 Earths. 1,000,000 Earths could fit inside the sun. That's how big it is.
What, the sun is bigger than the Earth?
Oh yes, much bigger. Star, but it's just so
It's
far
about-
away. Well, of course, it's so far away.
So the sun ain't that small?
No, it's huge, really. It's just so far away.
It's much bigger than that.
Yes.
Do you think a woman will ever be president?
Absolutely.
Ain't there a problem that if there is a woman president, they're going to spend all their time on facials, shopping, and getting new shoes?
I think if you said that to most women who could be president, you'd be surprised how tough they are.
But ain't you worried that the old cabinet would be like Brad Pitt on Defence and George Clooney on Elf, you know, because him from ER, you know, and you've just got like all these other good-looking geezers and King Dong in the background,
We've already been through it before. I mean, as I said, Margaret Thatcher was probably one of the 3 best prime ministers of the 20th century.
But wouldn't there be a danger that they'd like fall in love with someone bad like Saddam Hussein? Booyakasha! Check this out. The election in America is a well important thing. So you better understand the politics of it. That's why I was here with none other than my main man, Mr. Patrick Buchanan. So you better listen up and recognize. What else is the election going to be fought on this year?
It'll probably be about Iraq.
Does you think that Saddam's ever was able to make these weapons of mass destruction, or whatever, or as they is called, BLTs?
Was Saddam able to make them?
Could he make BLTs?
Yes. At one time he was using BLTs on the Kurds in the north.
Was it worth fighting a war over BLTs?
I don't think Saddam Hussein and Iraq were a threat to the United States, even if they had WMDs or BLTs, as long as they weren't nuclear weapons.
If you had the evidence that Saddam had these BLTs in his house, would you have said yes, attack?
Not unless he had, if he had anthrax, if he had mustard gas.
Whatever he put in them?
No. If he had mustard gas, no.
Let's say he didn't have mustard and the BLTs just was plain. Would you been able to go in there then?
No.
Is it ever worth fighting a war over sandwiches?
Is it ever worth fighting a war? Yes.
So what is the 4th of July?
4th of July is when they issued the Declaration of Independence, and we treat that as a holiday every year. So nobody goes to work on the 4th of July, and we have fireworks and all sorts of celebrations.
And what date does you hold the 4th of July on?
Yeah, usually the 4th of July.
Why?
Well, that's why we call it that, I think, yeah.
What happens if it was a leap year? It wouldn't be on the 4th of July then,
it'd
innit?
still be on the 4th of July.
No, not in a leap year.
Oh, yeah.
Does you know what a leap year is?
Yeah, sure.
Every like 5 years.
It's every 4
You get-
years. It's an extra day in February.
Or maybe a year. How come there ain't much security on trains?
Well, for one thing, it's kind of hard to hijack a train and run it into something.
But what's to stop a terrorist taking over a train, driving it into, God forbid, the White House?
We can't. There are no tracks.
Well,
there are no tracks to the White House.
Not that we know of.
No, they're not.
How does he know they ain't been building one?
The White House is so protected, there's no way of building tracks to the White House with the Secret Service and all the barriers that are around it.
Well,
Not
you'd
a
have
chance.
to have someone in on it, on
Well,
the inside,
well, I mean,
innit?
but they would have to build them on
Someone who was like, at
No,
night.
no, even that. They'd have to build them on top of the ground, and they'd have to go right to the White House. There's no way of being on the inside of that.
Check it, West Side. This BLEG representing with my man Kobe Bryant.
Yo, respect.
How many springs does an official ball have in it?
How many springs? It doesn't have any springs in it.
Well, how does it bounce then?
It's air. There's air in the ball.
Well, there's air in this room. How come this room ain't bouncing?